Hello everybody, it's Hepcat Harley here, back down the garage to continue on with the bobber project. The ladyship's at work, so she won't be with me today. I'll see if I can get her down next weekend because I know she's off then. And I'm just going to see if I can sort a few jobs out. I've just spent most of yesterday looking for bits that have been put away safe. I've found the screws that mount this dress plate. These are the old ones, but they'll do for now for fitting. Now the problem being is that when Mandy took this hub to the powder coaters, they coated inside the threads as well and over the top, and it was thick as anything. I've filed it off on the front. I've just managed to get this one to thread out using the old screw, and I was gonna slot it so it became like a thread chaser on two sides, but a bit fiddly with it. It's Imperial and it's a tad smaller than M4, so I didn't fancy that job even with a Dremel. So I've just basically started it off and pushed it in, you know, as much as I can, bit of force, and just slowly got it in there, and it's all right. I mean, this one's all right. I've got the other one to do yet, but I can get enough. I've gone in far enough, just back and forwards, a bit like a tap, you know. And I suppose it's pushing the powder coat towards the front of the hole, but I've got out what I can with like an M3, just drag an M3 thread in there, and just sort of hooking bits of powder coat out. Doesn't look a lot, you know, but it is clearing the hole, and that's deep enough for this to cling on anyway, to clamp down. So I mean, it's quite thick, so I think I'm happy with that. It does clamp that down. I've just checked that. So now we've got the other hole to do. I use the same screw, so you're only buggering one of them up. But yeah, that's that. Not got any, I mean, obviously this is alloy, so it's going to be a coarse thread, and I've not got any taps. They're all fine thread, Imperial. So I'm sort of, well, you know, is it worth buggering about and ordering one? And I don't know, I'll see if I can do it by hand with this first. I might get a tap actually that will, you know, some coarse thread taps. I've got some at home, but they start much larger size than this. So yeah, I'll see how I get on anyway with the other hole, and see how, you know, see how it goes. Yeah, nightmare. Tiniest jobs take all the time, don't they? But yeah. So as I say, you just got to get in there and drag out what you can, you know. Been doing it with a little M3 tap, just because that's smaller than the bore of the thread anyway. So yeah, we've got enough. So we've got to try this one now. This is a bit of an unknown as well, so bring that round so I can get to it. Ouch, that was my finger. I'll just turn the wheel on. Right, that'll do. Got some light there. It's not trapped or anything, that's all right. So yeah, same again. God, what a nightmare. That's the one. I say, you've just got to try and get it started with a bit of pressure. And as I say, backwards and forwards. You just got to try and keep it straight. You're actually following the original thread and not making a new one. And I say it takes quite a few goes just to get it started. But I won't bore you with this for now. If you get a start on it, you're not too bad. You can sort of keep going backwards and forwards like this and just change. It's a high patience job, this is. I've thought about drilling this out M5 and just sticking some M6, drilling it out 5mm and sticking some M6 screws in there instead of these, which probably ain't a bad idea. There's enough meat there. That's about 10mm wide, and but I've just got the wrong length screws here, so I'm either ordering new M6 screws or, you know, but I do know I've got plenty of metric thread taps, you know, which would be really easy to do that. Yeah, you just got to start it off. I say, sorry, we've not done any videos for ages. We've been on holiday. We went away to Yorkshire, and then we went away with Craig and Brigo to Germany. And then when we got back, there's everything else to deal with, you know, and just drop the ball, you know. Is it doing anything? I don't know. It seems to be settling down. It's not wobbling around so much. And where's me M3? So get some kind of bite on it. It is alloy, so you've got to be careful, you know, it's soft. If I do bugger the thread up, then we're definitely going to a metric. So I can just drill it out 5mm, stick an M6 in there. Would probably be a cap head screw because of the recess in the dress plate. And, you know, I don't know, we just don't want to get involved in making that recess bigger. But I could do a button head screw would fit in there just on top, fine. I say that would do, but that's plan B. I'm just trying to rescue this situation at the moment. Oh dear. Well, there's a note to saying that it's absolutely right because those bloody Indians made this, didn't they? I don't know. It seems to be going. But I say, it's going to be lots of this, just wibbling around and then taking it out and starting your thread again. And it just goes that little bit further every time, you know, just you got to be careful you don't bust the head off the thread and all, or the screw. You just feel it sticking there, you see, it just went then. We've got a bit further. We need to chase some of that muck out, you see, you've got to take it out again. And it's all of this, much of the same. Oh, got the wobbles. Yeah, you can see the dirt coming out there, or the powder coat rather. Just feels like rubber in there, you know. Oh dear. If you can break the top of the pitch of the thread, get the powder coat off the pitch, you stand a chance of chasing it round. But they say there is something coming out. I haven't even got a Dremel bit that will fit in this hole. I was thinking of wire brushing it out. I could have trimmed one down, I suppose, and give it a waz round inside, but the stuff's still got to come out, you know. God, there's easier hobbies than this, isn't there? Let's fetch that out again. I know that's broke some of it. There's black powder that's coming out, so that's a good sign. So I'm not putting any pressure on this, I'm just pulling it back. How deep's the hole? I can't tell really. Right. Should have all go in, shouldn't it? Yeah. So it's probably that deep anyway. Right. I haven't even got a can of compressed air here, I don't think. That would help. I might I used some WD-40 to get a squirt of that. And that and paraffin are the chosen cutting fluids for this stuff, isn't they? Aluminium. There we go. So you just got to still ease it in. Don't, you know, she said. Just get to where you feel the pressure and just give it a knock. And hopefully that's your original thread. Doesn't really fit that well, this screwdriver, but it'll be alright when I find the new screws we bought. Where they've gone, a lady ship's put them safe. I don't think we're far off at that. Yeah, we could be bottoming out there, and I think we've gone far enough. I think this one's been easier than the other side. Might be something to do with the WD-40, just cleaning it out a bit. Right. Well, we're going to try that then. Let's try the plate on. If I line the other one up, it should be about right. Where's the other hole? Right, about there. Excuse my hand being in the way if it is. Let's see if that goes in. That's tightened up. That's good. Yeah. This little job has been a right pain in the backside. Come round, what's stopping that? Right, that'll do. Where's the other screw now? Where have I put it? Okay, I'm back. Found the screw. It must have gone through one of these holes in the bench. Alright. So let's see. That's it. This clamps down as well, we're good. I'll probably use the bit of blue Loctite or something, 2.4 series or something. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, that's all right. That's test fitted, clamped down, all good. Okay. Got to paint that bit, which I'll do another day. I've got this fancy spacer. I'm going to do what Craig does. You know, make a nice fancy spacer for in there, out of alley, and a cover for the spindle nut or the spindle cap end. Isn't it? It's that end. Make a cover for that, probably with a grub screw cover that goes on, grub screw into there, just put a dimple in there, drill a dimple in there with a centre screw or something, centre drill, and yeah, so that'll be a job for the lathe at home. Now we've got to get on with the front end, because we've got this forks done. Had a word with Craig and said how much you cut off these springs to lower the front end. He says, don't worry about it, just bring them over and I'll do them for you there and then. So I went over Craig's and had a cup of tea and he did them for me. So thanks for that, Craig, thumbs up there. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Craig's channel, again, I'll put the link down below. It's The Doghouse in capital letters, Doghouse in one word. but you do a YouTube search and it's very difficult to find. And the URL itself, the address in the top bar, you know, it's a weird one. It's, you know, it doesn't say the doghouse or anything, so it's difficult to search for. So I'll put the link down below so you can all find it and then subscribe and link to it and ring the bell. If you press the bell icon, you'll get notifications next time he puts a video up. And he's doing very well at the moment. He's about 5,500 subscribers in about a couple of weeks, which is annoying for me, you know, because I've been doing this for quite a few years now. But, you know, I do it for a laugh. I don't do it for any other reason. And Craig's got to do it for a living. So if you can get on there, buy one of his T-shirts or be a patron or whatever, you know, it'll all help him out. And he's got no other form of income, you know. He's a man in a shed. And fair play, I wish I could do it myself. And it takes a lot of guts to do that, you know. But to be honest, he's unemployable. I think he'd agree. But I think when you've been working for yourself for so many years, I understand myself, you know, I couldn't work for anyone else. But you don't like people telling you what to do. And I'm exactly the same. So anyway, I've measured all this and I've got all the details to take home. So I can get on the lathe and do that. I know this ain't very interesting, but people have been asking for videos. And to be honest, although it ain't interesting, it's all I've got, you know, because this is what I'm doing. And that's the truth. Right, that'll do. That'll do for that. So I'm going to pull it up now. I don't think it's quite right. It's probably an imperial size. This is 30 mil. Tension it up properly when we get to the final send-off, or the final. Yeah, that'll do for mock-up. Another one. So that's the, oh, I've got my camera stuck. That's the forks basically in situ. There's the bobber. Alright then, well I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.